Welcome to the ultimate demolition guide. I'll show you strategies and helpful tips for every difficulty beyond the red ace medal, from Emerald all the way up to replicating the world record. I hope you enjoy. For the Emerald medal, we're going to learn the basics of the IL demolition route. The start of the level will always be the same. Simply walk towards the fireball card. You want to jump just before you pick it up. When you do pick it up, shoot between the frog and the explosive barrel to hit the barrel and take out both enemies. You can move a little bit to the right at the start of the level, then set up your crosshair at the right spot. It loses a tiny bit of time, but it's much easier and more consistent. Next, we discard the fireball card into the balloon above. This will be the biggest reset point of the level for all difficulties. If you fireball too high, you'll lose too much time floating in the air. If you fireball too low, you won't make it to the platform. You want to aim roughly for the middle right side of the balloon. Experiment with where you discard here, and you'll quickly find what works. After you discard, hold WA and turn 180 degrees to the right. This should result in you looking at the ringer and moving in the right direction. Continue to hold WA, shoot the ringer, then shoot the guardian. As soon as you shoot the guardian, you can switch to holding W only. Look towards the two barnacles. By this time, the close barnacle should detect you and fire a projectile. You may need to wait a moment for the projectile to come out. Swap to the katana and slash it, then jump immediately after to get a grounded boost. Switch back to fireball and discard it to take out the second barnacle and launch towards the waterway. Try not to fireball too high, as this will be a lot slower. On the waterway, wait a moment before shooting the jock with your first fireball shot. Then, aim at the top of the guardian in the distance and fire the second shot. This will hit the explosive barrel and take out all the enemies on the right. You have plenty of time here to aim, so don't panic. When you pick up the Godspeed card, shoot the jumper on the left, then swap back to fireball and discard into the goal. The Amethyst route will be mostly the same as the Emerald route. To improve your time, you can speed up each action a bit more. A faster fireball discard into the balloon, flash the barnacle bullet more quickly, and discard onto the waterway a bit sooner. You'll want to ensure that your fireball angle to the waterway is as low as possible to save the most time. The sooner you land on the water, the better. For Amethyst, we can do a faster ending. We can skip the first shot on the jock until we're close to it, then aim at the guardian in the distance and shoot like we did before. This will take out the jock and the enemies in the distance at the same time. This gives us more time to focus on picking up the Godspeed card and shooting the jumper more quickly. This part isn't required, but it reduces the number of actions you need to take in this section. As soon as you shoot the jumper, you can discard Godspeed, look directly down, and fireball discard into the goal. For the Sapphire medal, we're going to change the middle section of the route. This part can be tricky to learn, so I'll try to explain as best as I can. With the Emerald and Amethyst routes, there's more room for error for the height of the balloon bounce, but for Sapphire it's much more strict. This time, after shooting the ringer and the guardian, we need to slash the fire barnacle's bullet instead. Then turn and deflect the close barnacle's bullet. The top barnacle's bullet spawns sooner than the close barnacle's, so we can slash it as soon as we land on the platform. This is why we need to land low on the platform. If we bounce too high off the balloon and land late, we won't have enough time to get a grounded slash from the fire barnacle's bullet. There's also the issue of the close barnacle. If the close barnacle detects us too early, we won't have enough time to turn and deflect its bullet before it flies past us. We can also run into the issue of landing too low. If that happens, the barnacles will detect us late, and we won't have any projectiles to deflect. When you do land on the platform at the correct height, hold WA and shoot the ringer and guardian like before. Change to holding W until you land and slash the fire barnacle's bullet. Then jump, switch to holding A only, and turn to slash the close barnacle's bullet back at it. Hold fire to slash the katana as quickly as possible. The faster you do the first slash, the more likely you'll be to successfully take out the close barnacle. Once you eliminate both barnacles, turn to the waterway and switch back to W. Aim above the waterway and discard Fireball. If you're the correct distance from the water and aim at the correct angle, you'll get a large above water boost. If you're too far away from the water, you'll need to wait a bit longer before discarding. If you're close, you need to discard more quickly. Try discarding at different heights to find the perfect combo. Once you reach the waterway, complete the rest of the level like normal. There are more optimizations you can do to push the Sapphire route to its limits. Discarding Fireball into the balloon as quickly as possible, hitting the balloon at the perfect angle towards the Fire Barnacle, and quickly killing the Ringer and Guardian will all help you get as close to the edge of the platform as possible before the Barnacle deflects. Next, you want to get the grounded deflect the very moment you land on the platform. If you do it well, you'll be closer to the waterway and you can Fireball discard much sooner. Finally, at the Godspeed card pickup, shoot the jumper and double discard into the goal as quickly as you can. When you do the double discards quickly, you won't want to look too far down or you'll miss the goal completely. With all these extra improvements, you can get an incredibly fast time, even with the Sapphire route. The world record route of Demolition takes advantage of the Ringer to get a big Ringer boost and save a significant amount of time. I will show an easier variant along with the faster variant. When you bounce off the balloon this time, you need to place your crosshair on the Guardian and wait a moment. You want to time your Fireball shot and hold fire so your second shot hits the Ringer bullets as soon as they spawn. When you fire your first Fireball shot at the Guardian, transition your movement keys from WA to A to SA. You want to be holding SA when the Fireball pellets hit the Ringer bullets to get boosted in the right direction. Hold jump, quickly transition your movement keys to A only, and turn to deflect the Fire Barnacle's bullet. Continue holding A and turn to deflect the Close Barnacle's bullet. When you get both deflects, you need to quickly turn back around and discard towards the waterway. With the right timings, you'll hopefully get a strong boost with a good above water. The drawback of this route is that it makes the Guardian beside the Ringer a lot harder to kill, but the extra time save is more than worth it. The more difficult variation is one that I like to call the Jupin route. The only difference is that instead of turning to slash the Fire Barnacle's bullet, you try your best to look backwards instead. This will improve your line to the waterway by quite a bit, but makes the first deflect a lot harder. You'll need to look directly up to hit the bullet this way. The higher you look, the more likely you'll be to land the deflect. If you do this variant, you'll need to instantly do a 180-degree turn and discard to the waterway. And that's the tutorial. I hope it serves you well. If it helped you get a PB, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.